ಹಲೋ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ಎಲ್ಲ ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರ್ತಾ, ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು HSTR ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಜನರಲ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಏನೇನ ನಾವು ಓದಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ವೈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಗಳ ಒಂದು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ವೈಸ್ MCQs ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರ್ತಾ, ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಶ್ರೀಕಾಂತ್ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ HSTR ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಪೇಪರ್ಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಪೇಪರ್ 1 ಮತ್ತೆ ಪೇಪರ್ 2 ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇಪರ್ 1 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಮುಂದೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಈ ಜನರಲ್ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಒಂದು 25 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬರೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಜುಕೇಶನಲ್ ಸೈಕಾಲಜಿ, ಶೈಕ್ಷಣಿಕ ಮನೋವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಜನರಲ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 10ರಿಂದ 12 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಕೂಡ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಎಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಗಮನಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಜನರಲ್ ನಾಲೆಜು ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಜುಕೇಶನಲ್ ಸೈಕಾಲಜಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಎಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಬಂದ್ರೆ 75 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕವರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಉಳಿದಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಜನರಲ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ನಾಲೆಜ್. ಇದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಮೇನ್ಲಿ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಅಂತೂ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಏನ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಿರೈವ್ಡ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಡಿರೈವ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಂತಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಇನ್ ನೇಚರ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 4 ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಇನ್ ನೇಚರ್. ಅದನ್ನ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ಮೇನ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಇದಾವೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಾಂಗರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಸ್ತುವಿನ ದೂರ ಎಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ಇದೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ಲಾನೆಟ್, ಮೂನ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಮೇಜರ್ ದ ಲಾಂಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಶಾರ್ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, and the measurement of very small distances also, like size of the atom. Okay, ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರರ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎರರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 11th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಇದೆ, 11th ಮತ್ತೆ 12th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಫೈನಲಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಓದ್ತೀವಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಲಿ ಓದ್ತೀವಿ. ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 10th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಓದಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ಶಾಲ್ ವಿ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್. ಏನು ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಎನಿ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ವಿಚ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಮೇಜರೇಬಲ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಲೆಂತ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮೇಜರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ದ ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ರಾಡ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಎನಿ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ, ದ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ವಿಚ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಮೇಜರಬಲ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ದಿ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ. ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವರು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ನಾನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್. ನೀವು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೇ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಲೆಂದಿ ಟೈಪ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಬಹಳ ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಾವು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಓದಿದೆ ಆದ್ರೆ 100% ನೀವು HSTR ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆಗಳು ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಇದಾವೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಾವು ಮೈನ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ಆದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಏನು ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿನ ನಾವು ಮೇಜರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಎಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಅಂತ. ನೀವು ಲೆಂತ್ ಮೇಜರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಮಾಸ್ ಮೇಜರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಟೈಮ್ ಕೂಡ ಮೇಜರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್, ಇನ್ನು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಇದಾವೆ ವಿಚ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಮೇಜರೇಬಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ shown here some pictures. Okay, so time can be measured by this watch. Okay, mass can be measured by this wing balance, and here temperature thermometer is there. So liquids can be measured by the liters. Here scale, by using this scale we can measure the lengths. Okay, so then after, what are the need for the measurements? Okay, what are the need for in physics especially? So what we need to express the various nature and the phenomenon in terms of the relationship among the physical quantities. Okay, so what does mean it is here mentioned here? express the various nature and phenomenon which is in terms of the relationship here. I given the example here. So what actually it is, F is equals to ma is there, right? So what is the meaning of this? F stands for what? Force. So force is the one physical quantity. So this force can be expressed, okay, in terms of the relations among the physical quantity here. So what it is, m is the what? Mass. So a is the acceleration. Mass is also physical quantity, acceleration is also physical quantity. So what is the relation between these two? Yes, the relation between mass and acceleration is productive nature here. Mass and acceleration both are multiplying with each other, the so mass times of the acceleration, okay. Then you will get the word force here. So this is the actually measurement. We need this relationship among the two physical quantities. Here you can take the one more example here. What it is, velocity you can say, or speed you can say. Velocity is v is equals to distance divided by time. So velocity or speed is what? It is a physical quantity which can be measurable. So this physical quantity can be measured. The two physical quantities are having the some relationship, that is the division type. Okay, distance divided by the time. Here productive nature is there. You can take one more example here. Momentum is there. P is equals to product of mass and velocity. It is right. Momentum is also a physical quantity, and the mass is also a physical quantity and velocity. So here again, mass is multiplying with the velocity. The force is the relationship among the mass and acceleration, as I mentioned here. Okay. So next we come to the measurement. What actually the meaning of this measurement? As I already mentioned, the physical quantity can be measurable. Measurement means what? Simple. ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ. Compare ಮಾಡೋದಷ್ಟೇ. Okay. We are just comparing the quantities with the one standard ones. When you go to the grocery shop, when you go to the some vegetable market, what you will get? If you purchased 1 kg of apple here, what actually he does? He will put one standard quantity here. Okay, sorry. What actually he will do? He will compare the 1 kg of apple, right? 1 kg of apple with the 1 kg of mass stone will be there, right? He will keep this 1 kg of the standard ones in the left hand side. What he will doing? He's just keep on putting the apples one by one. Whenever both will balance with each other, then you will get the 1 kg of mass. This is the actually measurement comparing. If you want to measure the height of a person, right? This is the person. Okay. What you will do? You will take the meter scale. Meter scale is the what? It is the standard one. We are just comparing. Okay. We are just comparing with the standard ones. That is the called what? Measurement. You may ask this question also. The quantities which can compare, or the comparing the quantities with the standard ones is called what? Measurement, right? In simple manner. So what are the physical quantities and measurements? Okay, here some scale which are given here. By using this, you can measure in ad, inches. So here pint is there, cup is there, tablespoon is there, quart is there, gallon is there. Okay, these are the measurements which are used in different fields, right? Especially in our daily life, we used to purchase in kgs, in grams, okay, in liters, okay, in gallon also. Okay. So next comes the unit. What we are already discussed. One is the physical quantity, and next need for the measurement, and next what is the measurement. Physical quantity means the quantity which is measurable. Any quantity which can be measurable. Next we comes to the what is the need for the measurements. Yes, it is the one physical quantity can be expressed the relation among the two physical quantities. And come to the this measurement. Measurement is the it is just comparing with the standard ones. That's it. So in daily life, if you observe what actually we are doing, we are comparing the standard ones. So next comes to the unit. What actually the meaning of this unit? Okay. In simple way, if you can understand this, unit stands for the standard reference to measure anything or any physical quantity. Okay. The quantities which can be measurable. Measurable means, yes, physical quantity. Measurement comparing with the standard ones. While measuring, we use to this unit. What? How? You see, what is saying? Standard reference. Okay, if your mom says, go bring a milk, and you go to the grocery shop or milk shop, what you will do? You will ask a 1 kg milk? No. You will ask 1 kg milk? No. Yeah, it is existing, but it is not the standard reference. What you will do? You will ask that shopkeeper, give me a 1 liter of milk. If your mom says, go bring some oil, what you will do? You will go to the shop and you will ask to the shopkeeper, give me a 1 kg of oil. No. You will ask 1 liter, 2 liter, 5 liter. Okay. So this is the, if you go to the vegetable market, if you want to purchase the apple, okay, ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಆಪಲ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ 1 ಲೀಟರ್ ನಂಗೆ ಆಪಲ್ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ. 1 ಲೀಟರ್ ಬೇರೆ ಆರೆಂಜು ಯಾವ್ದು ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಕೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಕೆಜಿಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಲೀಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ. ಅದೇ ನೀವು ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಶಾಪ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಕೆಜಿಲಿ ಕೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಇನ್ ಕೆಜಿ, ಇನ್ ಲೀಟರ್, ಇನ್ ನೋ, ವಿಲ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಇನ್ ಗ್ರಾಮ್. Yeah, if you have more money, you can purchase the gold in kgs. That is secondary matter. But we are what actually doing? We are the taking the help of the reference. Okay. What actually this kg is the what unit. Okay. This liter is what unit. This gram is unit. If I ask measure the height of the person, if you are answered he is a 10 kg height, sir. No, no. The answer is height can be measured in meters or in centimeters or in inches, right? So this meter, centimeter, inches, all these are what? Units. Standard reference to measure anything. Okay, I think you all have understood. We go for the next system of units. If you're having the units, then what type of units are existing in our physics? So there are three types of units. Okay, three types mainly. One is MK system, second one is CJ system, and FES system. Here MK stands for meters, M stands for meter. Okay, yes, and K stands for kilogram, and S stands for second. And CGS stands for, C stands for centimeter, G stands for gram, and second. In FPS, foot, pound, and second. In all the system, the second time will be the same unit, right? This MK system, CGS system, and FPS system. He may ask the question the system of units also. Okay. MKS is the standard reference, then after CGS and FPS. Okay. So next, what is the SI unit, right? SI unit means it is the abbreviation is System Internationally the Units. Okay. So this was accepted by the all the scientists in one of the conference that 11th General Conference in Weigh and Measures in 1960, right? ಇದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ ಆದ್ರೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. So in one of the conference, they are decided ways and measure conference in that they are taken the system of units or that is the SI. Okay. Next, fundamental quantities and their units. What is the meaning of these fundamental quantities? As I already mentioned, how many fundamental quantities? Sorry, there are three types of units. By using all these units, we are going to discuss about the fundamental quantities. Fundamental quantities and their units. So the quantities which are independent, they are not depends on any other quantity. Okay. The quantities which are independent, they are not depend upon any other quantities. That type of quantities are called what? Fundamental. They are not depend, they are independent. So there are seven fundamental quantities are there. Which of those? Firstly comes length, mass, time, temperature, electric current, luminous intensity, and amount of substance. We will discuss the definition of all these in shortly after the discussion of this. Okay. Length can be measured in meter. Meter is depends on any other physical quantity. No, it is the independent. The symbol for this meter is m. So mass is also having kilogram, which can be measured in kilogram. The symbol is kg. The time can be measured in second. That is symbol is S. Temperature in Kelvin, that is K. Okay. In degrees Celsius also we can measure, but the fundamental quantities, unit is standard. Uh, SI unit of temperature is Kelvin only. Okay, so that's why this can be measured in Kelvin. And electric current, it can be measured in ampere. The luminous intensity is candela, that is CD, and the amount of substance, that is mole. The symbol is MOL. These quantities are depends on any other quantities. They are independent, right? So when we are going to be understand about these seven fundamental quantities, when we understand the derived quantities, we will come to know what actually the meaning of these physical quantities. Okay. If you want to purchase a 1 kg of sugar, that is mass. It not depends on any other physical quantities like length, time. Okay. While purchasing any length of the rod, so it is depends on only its meter only. It is not depends on kg like that. Okay. They are independent. So next we comes to the here you can understand the meaning of fundamental also and derived also. What are the derived quantities? The quantities which are depends on other quantities. Yes. Here if you take the example of speed here, okay. So speed is what? Physical quantity. It is a physical quantity, but it is not a fundamental quantity. It is the derived quantity. It is right. So what is the definition of this speed? It is the yes, distance divided by time. Here, distance can be measured in what? Meter. And the time can be measured in what? Time. Sorry, second. So, meter is one of the fundamental quantity. And here, time is, that is a fundamental quantity. But this is, speed is fundamental. No, it depends on both length and time. Length and time. So, that's why this quantity is derived quantity. You can take here one more example. Acceleration is the acceleration A is equals to velocity. The rate of change of velocity is called what? Acceleration. Velocity divided by times. So velocity is what? Again, it is the what? Here is it, as I already mentioned, velocity divided by time. Velocity is meter divided by time, and this time also meter per second square. So P is equals to W by T. Power is there. Acceleration depends on both length and square times. Their power is depends on work divided by time. Can take the example here. P is equals to mv. Momentum, mass and velocity. Again, you see, mass is one fundamental quantity. Here one derived quantity is there. So what these are force is also. F is equals to ma. Any quantity which is depends on other quantities is called what? Yes, derived quantity. There are so many examples which are already given here. You can go through all these, you'll understand. Okay. So apart from these two quantities, we are having one more important quantity, that is supplementary. Definitely he may rise. If you see the previous question papers, one question will definitely ask, Pakka. And that question will be very simple. In, I think 2012, he has raised one question, the dimensional formula of this force. Okay, we will discuss about the dimensional formula that comes in this only. Okay. He may ask, what are the supplementary quantities? ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಎರಡು example ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. Means name the supplementary quantities or which of these are the supplementary quantities ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. Simple answer, plane angle and solid angle. That's it. or he may raise the unit of those. Okay, plane angle can be measured in radian, and the symbol is rad, and the solid angle can be measured in steradian, that is symbol is S. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಹೆಸರು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಶ್ರೀಕಾಂತ್ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಅಂತ ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್, ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನೆನ್ಪಿಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದ ಮೈ ನೇಮ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಸ್ ಆರ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟರಿ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್. We are having three quantities, right? One is fundamental quantity, derived quantity, and supplementary quantities. Fundamental, they are independent. Derived, they are dependent. Supplementary, they are separate. Okay, one is plane angle and another one is solid. Okay, so next, what is the relation between this magnitude and unit? It is very important. Most of the aspirants will get confused. So what actually the magnitude and the unit, magnitude unit? It comes again and again in our physics. Magnitude simple. Here already I given the example. So length is 300 meter. 300 is what? The 1 meter is repeated how many times? 300 times, right? For example, you have a 1 meter scale. You have 1 meter scale. By using that meter scale, if you measure the length of the height of the building or length of the path or length of the road, what you will do? You will use this meter scale and you will repeat how many times. For example, if the length of that path is 300 meter is there, how many times you will repeat the scale? 300 times. So this is the actually the magnitude, and that length can be measured in terms of what? Units. The length can be measured in unit only. That length of the unit is meter only. Okay. So that's why it is the unit. Here you can take the 50 kg. 50. 1 kg is repeated how many times? 50 times. So that's why 50 is magnitude unit. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದನ್ನ ಎದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದು ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಸರ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಓಕೆ, 50 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಥವಾ 5 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? Here is 60 degrees Celsius. 60 is what? Magnitude. And Celsius is unit. 5 mole. 5 is magnitude. Mole is the unit. 6 ampere. ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ಮೇಜರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಜರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅದು ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಮೇಜರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅದು ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಓಕೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಮುಂದಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು, ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಸೆಷನ್ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾದಂಗೆ ಹೋದರೆ ನಿಮಗೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕನ್ವೀನಿಯಂಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನು ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇದರ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮುಂದಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ಎನಿ ಸಜೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಕಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಮತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸು ಕೂಡ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದನ್ನು ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಈಚ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಟಾಪಿಕ್. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಚಾನಲ್ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತು ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಎಲ್ಲ HSTR ಆಸ್ಪಿರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗಲಿ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರೀತಿ ತಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ಸೊ ಈ ಸೆಷನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಎಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ.